Hi Aries, this is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. This will be your intuitive love read for August 2019. I have a new deck, the Book of the Dead. We'll go ahead and start shuffling to come up with some sort of energy for you. Yep. If you could just relax and get into a comfortable flow, relax, clear your mind. Month of August, you'll be going through a way to redefine your utmost desires when it comes to your heart and your happiness. Lately, you've been feeling a bit troubled with society, especially if you're Venus in Aries, and you're trying to redefine a way to preserve your emotions and to give them accordingly. Your emotions are running deep for this person, and this person is starving of your energy, starving of the love that you hold from them, because they were essentially kind of in and out of your life. This is a new person, and it's made you feel unstable when it comes to the way you define your own power. You've been thinking about this quite a bit, and you were waiting for a slow and steady movement, or perhaps this person is slow and steady with the way they approach you. And this approach kind of makes you feel like you're waiting in suspension, kind of makes you feel like you have to think about the way you approach love, because they show two sides, or perhaps there are two people. One is very slow and steady, wins the race. The other is in and out with a lot of passion, okay? And you're going inside, deep inside, to figure out the reflection that you cast onto your emotions. And when you look at this, you actually see how mortality is playing a big function on your inner world. There's something about fate and the transience of life that affects you deep inside. I think you like this person who moves slowly towards you for a relationship, because they embody everything that is good about this month. The overall energy is kind of strong and egocentric and childlike, especially with Leo as the central axis of energies, astrologically speaking. You feel like you have your passions and you have your drives and ambitions, you have your seduction, but it's not as strong as it once was. Why? You're redefining it because you've been waiting for something that has to do with your heart. Perhaps something from the past, or perhaps you're waiting on this person because they're taking their sweet time, or perhaps because they're in and out. And yeah, it sort of got you in the past in a state of fear, but now you're overcoming that fear. How? Yes, by embracing the fact that you haven't, you're sort of waiting you're still sort of like in a state of finding your own truth, right? With your inner emotions, and your inner emotions are somewhat bottled. So I would recommend finding some form of release this month. Okay. That was your pre-shuffle. Now let's get to your reading. Okay, Aries. So once again, this is your love life. I will go ahead and do the mirror for you and a significant other. This person can be from your past, your present, or future, and they may be coming to you with something, or perhaps this is a timeless read. Therefore, there is a number of things that you are doing with this person that are mirroring each other for your overall relationship. Okay? Give it a few shuffles. Okay. Okay, this is you. This is them. Okay. So, consciously, you have judgment in the reverse. This is judgment. And it's in the reverse. This talks about resurrecting something. Judgment is usually the call from the trumpeter, and this call is resounding. And you've been trying to resurrect something from the past, or perhaps lay down and bring about something of great value to you. This is a major arcana, and it's very, very much heavy. Seems like you put something to rest, however. Perhaps you've let go of any pretension or expectation within this connection. Therefore, resurrection is denied. Why? I need to know why. Going to clarify using the Hermetic Tarot. Let's get 3 shuffles in. Good. Okay, so Judgment is here. Ah, yes, the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is here. The Four of Swords. Okay, so you and this person have been trying to consciously bring about something. You particularly, you see in them quite a bit of fire, and they're on their throne of flame. Okay, with the Queen of Wands. This is their normal character. This is how you see them, and this is what you like about them. However, the nature of fire is that it burns out quite quickly, and the Queen of Wands came up earlier in your pre-shuffle and she was in reverse, so therefore she's kind of in and out with her fire. Okay, this could apply to any gender. At the same time, you see them as well, as the Four of Swords energy, which is about them retreating, or you retreating, in order to find some sort of truth in the matter. So there's a sort of stasis and a sort of meditation that you're going through when it comes to this connection. What you've been manifesting is essentially someone who is extremely passionate in what they do. They're lusty, they know what they want, and they know how to get it. And they're somewhat dominant as well, okay? There's a lot of fire here. And it seems to me that this can also relate to your own inner fire, and at the same time your own inner truth that you're trying to logically and through a meditation come about. And for some reason, judgment still isn't being flipped here, but it seems to me that you're hesitant because the fires within are somewhat inexplainable, or you're trying to process your own heart's desire here to make this sort of judgment happen, okay? But you manifested this because subconsciously you were bringing about healing of sorts. This person could have hurt you, or perhaps you them. And we have the Ace of Cups, so this is cosmic love, self-healing, okay? In Judgment, it's like you heal all the old wounds and that have been put to rest and bringing it about, but because it's being denied, it seems like there was a falling out with this person or something like that. But there is a great deal of love, and you're trying to manifest this love with them. I think that's very clear. At the same time, unconsciously, you have the Ace of Swords, and it's in reverse. Now, this talks about talking. It talks about having some sort of intelligent truth or some sort of philosophy that comes about. But because it's in the unconscious position and it's in reverse, there is a truth, but you haven't been able to express it yet. Therefore, now you're trying to consciously, bring about through meditation or through some sort of looking over some sort of past heartbreak, what this connection really is for you. And I don't think you're ready to sort of bring it back into fruition with judgment in reverse, okay? You want to make a judgment call, but you're not ready. You're not ready. On their side, they have the Empress, okay? This person is in their power. They have a great deal to offer you, but at the expense of your own ego. And they are also extremely egotistical. And they sit on their throne, grounded as well as elevated, because they have a sense of refinement, okay? This is probably why you like them or you love them, because they stand in their power, okay? The Empress is also the queen of all queens. She is the ultimate when it comes to divine feminine, energy, okay? Below that, subconsciously, they're trying to manifest the Two of Cups energy, okay? Two of Cups is all about equal give and take, but also soulmates and the ability to choose love over anything, and that's beautiful because you two are mirroring each other, one with the Ace of Cups, one with the Two of Cups energy here. So there's a mirroring here that's quite exact on the axis of love, as well as emotional attachment, as well as just overall giving and taking. That's fantastic. On the unconscious, they have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords comes out as really intense here, a bit of trickery here. As you can see, the throat is there's a knife down the throat, okay? Granted, this person is a skeleton, and they're riding a skeleton horse. This talks about the ability to use the throat chakra and any sort of elocution to come about and to communicate that to anyone. Unconsciously, they're speaking from the soul level, okay? Now, you two are mirroring each other once again with the Ace of Swords in reverse. However, your Ace of Swords is repressed. You're still trying to find out the ultimate truth. You seem to be a lot deeper in this connection when trying to logically come about it. I think you might see this as more divine connection. They are definitely in their power, but they still have a lot of ego with the Empress here. Deservedly so, however, they're refined in the way they represent themselves. I don't think their side needs any clarification. Okay? Between you two, oh, wow, okay, between you two, we have a lot of Pentacles energy, okay? We have the Seven of Pentacles here, which is essentially unfinished business and calculation when it comes to your commitment with each other. Shows here that essentially there's a period of waiting for your growth between you two. And if you're trying to resurrect this Empress back into your life, I would say it's going to take more time, okay? Subconsciously, what you're trying to manifest here is, yes, this love situation, this obvious love soulmate connection here. However, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is all about growth and expansion and hard work between two people or a number of people, as well as it's in the reverse. So there seems to be something where someone is cutting out a third party potentially, or there is something about this that there's no open teamwork, okay? You could be in a period of silence with them, especially when it comes to growth or expansion, but there still is a connection here. I need to know why this Three of Pentacles is in reverse. Let's figure it out. Okay. This Three of Pentacles is in reverse, which is like lack of teamwork, lack of steady progress, or lack of something, or perhaps a third party that is hidden. Okay. We have the Chariot here clarifying it. The Chariot is all about potentiality of movement, of cutting through binary moralities, ethics, or any sort of, left, right, up or down, any sort of polarities, masculine, feminine. So like this is like the card that takes all emotions and all inner world, all power, and moves forward with it, and holds the potential as well. The Chariot here is not moving, and we have two Sphinxes, which are indicative of riddles and questions. Okay, we also have the four pillars here, which is 1111. Okay, 1111, and Cancer is here. There's an incredible amount of love between you two, and there's also a lot of crazy soulmate energy. But right now, for some reason, you're not working together. Okay, you're waiting and you're trying to manifest this, but it's really hard. So like this is a period of silence I see between you two, especially because the Empress here has a fan over her mouth. She is not willing to say anything. The Empress here is actually very interesting in that it resembles the High Priestess because she holds secrets, but she knows them and she knows that you know them, as opposed to the High Priestess, who's a lot more secretive. Okay. Now, unconsciously, there is a connection, but it's the Five of Swords energy in reverse, okay? Five of Swords talks about a lot of tribulation and a lot of back and forth banter, perhaps petty discussions, okay? And ultimately, a crux on your mind. And it's a shared mind that you both have here, okay? So the the difficult thing is that your unconscious here, this is like below your mind and below your subconscious. Everything here is really sword energy, okay? So there's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of soul domination, there's a lot of tribulation when it comes to you guys philosophizing or thinking about your connection. Therefore, there is a lot of truth that is unsaid, or perhaps is trying to be logically portrayed, but there is no proper communication, okay? What this means is that you have to bring about the change, okay? So everything moving upwards is liberation, it is moksha. And because of this, it's very difficult for you to do so. I need to clarify this, and I'm going to use a different deck for this, the Cigana deck, which is Lenormand from Lisbon. And hopefully the video doesn't die, otherwise I'm going to cry. So, we'll a couple of cards to figure out why the Five of Swords is in reverse for you when it comes to this soul connection. Why? Okay, good. Alright, I think I have it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you guys are feeling here with the feeling card. Sorry, this card. You're feeling that you need to resurrect this thing, but it seems to be put in the ground, and there's no chance for resurrection. This is like Death card. Okay, with the 8 especially. And there's a feeling of, in the past, a lot of masochistic aspects to this relationship. But you seem to be getting over all these, and you want life, okay, with this person by feeling, okay? And therefore, this connection can only be saved not by talking, but by intimacy and feeling. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about this connection. So this person, like I said, with the pre-shuffle, comes in and out. They're very slow and committing, and they're waiting. You guys are waiting right now, and there's a lot of equal give and take. But there's a lot of emotion here, okay? Subconsciously, there's a huge connection. 2 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. You're trying to find the truth, but then no one's willing to really talk right now, especially you. And you're waiting for resurrection with Judgment as well as the Death card in reverse, but it's not coming. Okay, I don't know why. I wish I could tell you more, but this is your reading. Thank you very much, Aries.